Hello Gemini, welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome. I have shuffled and laid out the cards, so as they appear in the house, then the relevant house, then that is the influence that is coming into bear at this time. So now overall influence, bottom of the deck, overall influence, or it's certainly something to take note of, will be Virgo, I analyze. So I feel, looking at your chart, I feel that what you need to do at this time is to get organized, declutter, get organized, because there are some changes coming for you, and I feel that will help you to manage any sort of shifts and changes better. So get organized, declutter, focus on a few details. This is also about summing up different factors, pros and cons, weighing things up, and analysis coming in there. If you are called on to give advice or to assist other people or someone in your environment, make sure that it's helpful and useful advice, constructive advice, which is the forte of Virgo. They look at the details. Yes, they weigh things up, but it's also helpful, useful advice. And also they want to, they project the air of reliability. So you want to be able to do that as well. The other side of Virgo is excessive worry and criticism, nitpicking, and so on. So this could be criticism of yourself and criticism of others or of a situation. It could also just be general nitpicking. Also very strongly that comes up with this is health and diet. So please make sure you are focusing on that to assist you with your chart this month. So first house, you have a lovely card, part of fortune increase. So the first house is everything to do with the self, your appearance, your first impressions that you make on other people, how they perceive you. So your personality, your characteristics. And it's how you project yourself as well. So what you're projecting, which can change, according to various factors. It could even be that your ascendant is strong. So what you're projecting at any given time, it's your personal independence as you make your way through the world, what's going on a daily basis, your attitude, your outlook. It's also your physical body, and your appearance and all of that. So your self-oriented interests as well. So now with part of fortune increase. So this card usually brings in karmic triggers of some kind. So something could trigger something in your life where you find that you're discovering hidden talents or abilities. They're starting to rise up, or they get stirred by this karmic trigger. Something sets it off. Something comes out that perhaps you may have known about it. You may have had that talent or that ability. You may have known about it, but you never focused on it. It wasn't something that you kind of focused on, but it's now coming out, or it could be something really undiscovered at this time. So it really is a pot of gold for you. It's something that you haven't focused on and you need to focus on to bring you what you want going forward. And when that happens, learning is involved. So whatever that skill or that talent is that comes out, you have to hone it. You have to master it. You have to learn more about it. You have to sort of focus on it to make it your own, to take ownership of it. So this card is also about what aspects of yourself have you overlooked or shied away from expressing or utilizing in the past. So it's about that, pulling that out and making it work for you now, because you were born with that and you need to use it to push you forward. So this is a destiny. It's a card. It's a fate card. You're going to be moving ahead in some way. Good fortune coming your way as well. It's very, very good for public relations and promotional work. Very good for that. It's a wonderful card for that. It's also a card of recognition and achievement. So you may be receiving that in some way. Also, you'll find that with this card, benefits fall in your lap somehow. They just arrive. So it's a very beneficial card. It's a very good card to be having. It brings an easier flow. So if you've had obstacles and difficulties over some time, then you can expect an easier flow with this card. It also can help you in resolving conflicts. So if you've got conflicts in your environment or with other people, now is the time to tackle it, because this is going to help you tremendously. Then in the second house, we have Cancer, I feel. Your second house is your house of income, what money's coming in for you, how you earn your income, how it's actually the streams that it's coming into you from. It's also the house of your self-worth, hugely important. And also your value systems, what you value in yourself and what you value in others, and also what you value in your ownership, your possessions, what it is you actually own and possess. And it's everything to do with that. It's also to do with property, real estate, anything like that. So now, this is the first of a trilogy of moon cards that you have, one after the other. So that's second house, third house, and then fourth house. So a lot of emotional stuff going on, a lot of cycles, beginning and ending, just cycles in general, fluctuations, things going round. Anything you lose will come back to you at some later stage, but it really is about mastering those cycles and everything that's going on. So first of the moon cards, we have Cancer, I feel. So you can expect your resources, your income to be going through fluctuations or cycles of some kind. Okay. Also, just be careful. You're going to be, feeling very sensitive at this time. So there's a lot of sensitivity going on. You'll be sensing things. It's a good time to be following your instincts. You could be having psychic impressions right now, or that your psychic abilities could be really enhanced right at this time. But also just watch your moods, and your emotional response in general. You could be also having reticence or shyness about something. So, as I said, if this is about talents and abilities coming up that you're just uncertain about using, this could be the reticence and the shyness coming in for you. But it really is, it's a very emotional card. It's also about your habits. It's also about the past memories. So you can be looking back at that for some reason. It may be appropriate for you right now, but don't live there. Okay, you must move forward now. This is also a card of nurturing of self and of others, but especially of yourself. All right. So this is also about good diet, nutrition. It's coming up again for you, but just general nurturing of yourself right now. This is also a card about being resilient and gathering resources. So income coming in, you're going to be gathering resources in some way. Just imagine that little crab sort of skittering along the coastline, picking up everything it needs on the way. So you're gathering right now. This is a card of deep emotion. You might find that there are domestic issues which require your attention at this time, in whatever way that is for you. Women may be indicated, or a woman or a female in your environment. And this could be somehow connected to your self-worth or to your values or to your income. Okay. So you could also be buying and selling, antiques, heirlooms, that kind of thing. Family is highly indicated with this card. So you could be very much involved with family issues right now, which is entirely appropriate at this time of the year, being December. So, but it's a moon card. It's all about that, cycles, fluctuations, your moods and so on. So just be careful with that, and your habits. So examine your habits around money as well, your income. Perhaps you could be utilizing your income a bit better, or habits to do with how you view yourself, your self-worth and your values. Second of the moon cards, we have Moon Soul. This is in your third house, which is your house of communication, all forms of communication, written, verbal, body language. It's also about your, any sort of contracts or documents that you're busy with at this time. With regards to that communication, this can be to people in general, anybody around you, but it can also be on a wider audience. So this can be crowds, or some sort of public forum. The moon does bring in crowds as well. So you could be speaking to a much bigger audience than before. Again, it's about moods. Be careful of your moods, especially with expression and what you say. Be very, very careful. So the communication, as I say, could be on all kinds of levels and with various people, or more than one, or in a crowd or in a larger audience, but it can also be to do with specific family members. So this will be relatives in general, but aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, and also even neighbors can come in on this. So again, sensitivity, security is highlighted with this card. Following your instincts. Women may be indicated again. But there are crowds and even fame coming in. This might be appropriate for some of you. So you may be coming to notoriety of something, and that was indicated by the first house card, the Part of Fortune. So notoriety over something, and you're reaching a much bigger audience, or you are trying to reach a bigger audience with something that you're working on, some form of expression. So whether this is a sort of a project that you're working on, or something you need to say, and you're tackling social media. This is also a card of helping others. So counseling may come in. So you may be involved in that in some way, helping others, counseling, and helping others through things that you may have already have gone through as well. This also, sometimes things that are hidden can come out with this card. So there could be secrecy or over something. You could also be having a lack of clarity or truth on certain issues. Be careful of emotional clinginess as well, sort of being overprotective of your children, or perhaps or certain other situations, or just emotional clinginess. You could also have somebody from your past coming back into your life, somebody you're going to, be talking to, somebody from the past, or you could be gaining resolution or closure on something from the past that is now coming up again, or it's something that was unfinished or unresolved. You could get resolution or closure on that as well. Third house also deals with short trips, so you could be going on a brief trip somewhere, but it would be very nice to go to the seaside, being the ruled by the moon and so on, or a water body. But it would be nice to just, a water body, but probably the sea. Just a short, quick trip may just, settle your emotions as well. Then the third of the moon cards, we have lunar eclipse change. So this is coming into your fourth house, your house of your actual home and your family. So the home is your physical home, the actual structure, but it can also be the atmosphere in the home or the people in your home. It can also be to do with your relationship with your family, your ancestry, your ethnic identity, your foundation, your roots, where you have come from. So it's everything to do with that. So with lunar eclipse change coming in, be prepared for the unexpected. An unexpected shift or change is coming in for you. You may have known about this. So it's something that was kind of brewing. It was sort of on the boil, or something that you felt might become an issue. And suddenly, with great speed and force and drama, it comes up to be dealt with. So you may have felt it coming, but the speed and force of it will be unexpected. So an upheaval of some sort. You'll be feeling out of your comfort zone during this period until you find your feet. So it's really about the old makes way for the new. So it could be an old habit falling away, or some shift in your actual physical home. You're perhaps moving, or something has changed and now you have to move, or people in your home are changing. But whatever it is, it's an essential and a necessary change. It has to happen. Okay. It's inevitable. You could also be immersing yourself in deep memories over things as well. Again, it's fine to look at these memories, gain what you can from them, but don't live there. All right. There could be dissolution of some kind. Something is dissolving. So again, cycles, because it's a moon card, cycles coming in. There could be cycles going on in your home life, or you could be going through a cycle of some sort. And it's the turning of the wheel now. The phases of the moon are all appropriate. There could be a female influence coming in here in some form. So it could also be that a relationship that you have is either going to evolve, it'll deepen, or it's going to end. Okay. So something, in connected with your home or your family life. So, it could also, as I said, be a new home or a purchase, which is in relation to a new goal, a goal which you've had. With these changes going on, this could take place over sort of, once the upheaval has happened or the changes occurred, it could wrap up within 6 weeks, or it could unfold over a period of 6 months.